My friends, listen closely because what I'm about to share isn't only about finances. It's about purpose. It's about the sacred responsibility of what heaven entrusts to you. There will come a time when God changes your season, when the doors you have been praying for, fasting for, and crying over finally open. When the blessings begin to flow, pay attention. Speak little, keep quiet, because not everyone who smiles at you is genuinely happy for you. Not every hand that claps is cheering out of love. Some celebrate with hidden bitterness. Others grin while secretly wishing for your fall. If you do not learn the value of silence during your season of overflow, you can harm the very miracle God has given you. God works with wisdom. His blessings depend not only on His will but also on your capacity to handle them. Many have prayed for breakthroughs, for doors to open, for abundance. And yes, God is faithful to answer. But remember, this wealth is both a gift and a revelation. It exposes who you are and shows the hearts of those around you. When you boast too early about what God has placed in your hands, you attract envy from those who cannot bear to see you rise. You draw greed from those who wish to manipulate you. You awaken the secret intentions of those who would rather see you chained than blessed. That is why the Spirit whispers, "When your increase comes, do not announce it." Even God keeps some things hidden until the right time. He does not reveal all of His plans at once, because if He did, the enemy would attempt to destroy them before they blossom. If God Himself guards His work with mystery, how much more should you guard what He entrusts to you? There is a reason He tells you to go into your secret place and pray unseen. What is sacred between you and Him must remain pure, untouched by the interference of others. The same principle applies to your promotion, your finances, your progress. Protect it because it is holy. Many lose blessings not because God withheld them, but because they revealed too much too soon. They talked when they should have stayed silent. They announced what should have remained hidden in prayer. The moment you speak carelessly about what is in your possession, you release it into an atmosphere full of jealousy, rivalry, and malice. Listen carefully. Silence is not cowardice. Silence is protection. Silence is not fear. Silence is divine wisdom. It is armor that conceals your treasure until the appointed time for revelation. God will elevate you in His timing. But not everyone can handle your rise. Some will curse you in secret. Some will try to use you for gain. Some will smile while taking your strength. That is why discernment is crucial. When the rain of blessings falls on your life, do not rush into the streets shouting, "Look at what I have grown." Those same witnesses may come to take what they did not sow. If you do not protect what is yours, your harvest can be plundered. Money itself is not evil. It is a tool, a channel through which God's purposes flow. But money reveals. It exposes character, both yours and those around you. When heaven entrusts you with wealth, it is not just favor. It is a test. Will you handle it with humility or pride? Will you use it to build or to boast? Will you remain silent and let your actions speak? Or will you talk until your blessing loses its covering? Understand this. God is not impressed by loud declarations. He is moved by faithful stewardship. What is the benefit of showing off what you have if it provokes envy and conflict? What is the point of revealing your blessing only to become a target for those who want to take it? The Lord gives in secret and rewards in secret. Let your fruit be seen in your discipline, kindness, and stability, not in your words. Many have lost wealth not because they handled it poorly, but because they revealed it to the wrong people. They opened their treasures in front of thieves. They displayed their blessings to predators. And predators always come when they sense opportunity. Do not be naive. The enemy never attacks emptiness. He attacks value. When God fills your life with value, cover it in prayer, in quietness, and in spiritual awareness. If you remain faithful in silence, God Himself will reveal your success. You will not need to proclaim it. Your peace will testify. Your progress will declare it. Your stability will speak louder than your words. Those who mocked you before will see what God has done. You will not need to make announcements. God Himself will be your announcement. There is a reason God works quietly. There is a reason He tells you, "Be still and know that I am God." the miracles He is preparing, the opportunities He is opening, the abundance He is providing. They are too sacred to announce to those who cannot understand their holiness. God reveals in stages because premature exposure invites interference. If even He guards His work with secrecy, how much more should you guard what He places in your hands? When your barn overflows and provision reaches your hands, remember that not every hand reaching for you is kind. Some reach to drain, not to give. Some flatter to gain access. Some act loyal while plotting your downfall. That is why heaven warns when the money comes, say nothing. Silence is your wall, your shield, your protection. The enemy fights hard against prosperous believers because wealth in righteous hands is a weapon against darkness. Prosperity used for good threatens evil. That is why the enemy tempts many to pride and exposure. But when your blessing stays hidden with God, it is untouchable. What cannot be seen cannot be cursed. What is protected in secrecy cannot be stolen. What remains between you and God cannot be destroyed. God does not bless you for show. He lifts you for purpose. He multiplies your resources to fulfill an assignment, not to satisfy pride. Money is not just currency. It is a calling, a trust, a responsibility from heaven. The danger is not in being blessed. It is in misusing the blessing. Many fall not from poverty but from pride. Many lose abundance because they revealed it too early to unworthy people. When God elevates you, you do not need to parade your success. Let your life tell the story. The roof over your head will testify. The calmness in your spirit will speak. The order in your home will declare. You owe no explanations. Your transformation will speak for itself. Silence is not ungratefulness. Thank God privately. Worship Him deeply. Recognize Him as the source. When it comes to people, use wisdom. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your miracle. Some only applaud your struggle because it makes them feel superior. When you rise, hidden resentment surfaces. Share your joy too soon and you awaken dormant jealousy. Sometimes silence is your greatest defense. Think of a seed buried in darkness. It grows quietly, stretching roots unseen before it ever reaches sunlight. Pull it out too early and it dies. Likewise, the promise God planted in you must remain hidden until strong enough to face the world. Your increase is not for display, it is for stewardship. Guard it like treasure. Wealth does not define you. Do not let success change your heart. Stay humble when elevated. Stay calm when blessed. Let money serve you, never let it control you. True strength is self-control. To have plenty yet speak little, to be exalted yet stay grounded. When God enriches your hands, it is not to prove yourself to doubters. Stop trying to impress those who mocked you when you struggled. Let them wonder. Let your life shine without explanation. Let your fruit speak while your lips remain closed. That is how God works. He hides His best until the right moment. If you want your blessing to last, keep it between you and God until He decides otherwise. Share only with those He guides you to. Choose your circle carefully. Wealth in the wrong company brings chaos. Protect your peace as fiercely as your prosperity. What use is fortune without rest? What use is abundance if it invites conflict? What value is there if envy surrounds your home? God gives and can take away. Do not lose what He granted because of careless exposure. Do not forfeit what you prayed for through foolish boasting. Let gratitude fill your heart, but let wisdom rule your speech. Within silence lies your safety. True safety rests in quietness. Wisdom thrives where stillness is honored. When the world eventually sees what God has done in your life, it will not be because of announcements. It will be because God, in His perfect timing, revealed it Himself. My friends, let me speak sincerely. The blessings God has prepared for you are sacred and must never be treated carelessly. When divine provision begins to flow, understand it is more than money. It carries purpose, trust, and responsibility. The first sign you are ready for this responsibility is your ability to remain silent. Silence becomes the voice of wisdom, the shield for faithfulness, the armor that protects what must not be prematurely revealed. Do not be deceived. Not all who smile will rejoice. Some will envy, others will scheme. A few may even resent the source of your blessing. That is why divine counsel whispers softly, do not tell anyone. Your words carry power. Every declaration can summon grace or jealousy. help, or sabotage. Your voice can open doors or expose you to danger. Once predators sense where the treasure lies, they will pursue it relentlessly. Observe how God moves in the universe. The sun rises silently. Rivers flow quietly. The earth turns faithfully. The greatest works of God happen with hidden strength and quiet majesty. Why then, when He entrusts something precious to you, would you rush to announce it? Learn to mirror the wisdom of your Creator. Move quietly, discreetly, and gracefully until heaven decides the world is ready to witness. Wealth assigned to your life is not for pride. Money in foolish hands brings harm. In the care of one who honors God, it rebuilds, restores, nourishes, and leaves a legacy. The enemy understands this, which is why he tempts many to display what should remain hidden. Once your treasure is exposed, danger comes. Guard your company. Not all who share your table are there out of love. Some measure your portion. Some wish to seize your blessings. That is why discretion says stay silent. Let curiosity linger. Let mystery remain. Never reveal the depth of what God placed within your reach. Silence shelters you and preserves your soul. Speaking too soon allows pride to grow. When you stay quiet, express private gratitude, and manage God's gifts with reverence, your heart remains pure and your blessing stays protected. Silence shields you not only from outsiders, but also from your own weaknesses. Look at ancient rulers. Many fell not for lack of power, but for lack of prudence. They revealed too much, trusted too easily, and spoke too freely. Those they confided in became their downfall. Not everyone who smiles is sincere. Not everyone asking about your progress genuinely cares. Some ask only to collect information for later use. Do not hand them the ammunition through careless speech. When God elevates you, He does not ask you to justify your rise. He will make your life the proof. You will not need to claim you are blessed. Your peace will preach it. Your progress will show it. Your stability will testify. That is divine unveiling. God reveals in His timing. Speaking prematurely can delay what He intends to advance. Some blessings die because they were exposed too early. Some dreams fail because shared with the wrong ears. Keep what God entrusts hidden until He directs otherwise. Concealed blessings stay safe. Revealed blessings invite danger. God's timing rules all. If you trust Him in silence, He will trust you with expansion. Silence is not ingratitude, it is wisdom. Gratitude belongs to God, not to an audience. Thank Him privately. Honor Him through stewardship. The world does not need your proclamation. It will see your transformation. Wealth is fleeting, but how you handle it echoes forever. God watches if you use His supply for applause or for change. He observes if humility remains or if pride poisons your blessing. Discretion proves whether you regard God's gifts as holy or toys for attention. When abundance arrives, stay humble, pray, and discern. Do not crave human praise, it is fleeting. Seek only God's approval, it never fades. Remain faithful and disciplined, and blessings will not only come, they will endure, multiply, and leave a legacy. When financial favor arrives, it will test both your surroundings and your heart. Prosperity speaks, seduces, and attracts faces you never noticed before. Without wisdom, you may drown in the very blessing meant to lift you. Therefore, when provision comes, say nothing. Careless hands resemble fire in a child's grasp, it burns. Riches in righteous hands are like fire in a craftsman's touch. They warm, protect, and give life. The difference is not in possession, but in the handler. God does not measure greatness by what you hold, but by how you handle it. A good steward exercises self-control and protects blessings by keeping peace. Money unmasks hearts. As God promotes you, you will see true loyalty and hidden envy. Some shift not because you change, but because your elevation revealed their hearts. Some celebrate outwardly while cursing inwardly. That is why He counsels secrecy. If others cannot see it, they cannot resent it. If they cannot measure it, they cannot plot. Silence never equals selfishness, it means discernment. Give wisely. Share only where God guides. Bless those He leads, not those who beg deceptively. Wealth without understanding makes victims. Wealth with divine guidance makes vessels. God's wisdom is in nature. Gold sleeps hidden beneath the earth. Water flows underground before becoming rivers. If God hides His treasures until the right time, why flaunt yours too soon? The design of creation teaches this. What is valuable must remain unseen until ready. When prosperity reaches you, pride tempts you to show off. That voice is not from heaven, it is vanity. Your only audience is God. Let wealth exalt Him, not your ego. Let progress glorify His name, not your status. True friends need no proof. They rejoice at your peace and growth without evidence. Jealous ones never suffice. Safety lies in mystery. Say nothing and let God confirm your story. God is deliberate in giving. He grants with purpose. Trust Him. When He blesses, it is for responsibility. Your calling is not to impress, it is to be faithful. Your duty is not performance, it is quiet honor. Envy is ancient. It caused the first bloodshed and still divides families and nations. Do not feed it with words. Do not give it air through revelations. Hidden blessings remain safe. Exposed blessings attract destruction. Cover your abundance and envy dies. Expose it, and it ignites like wildfire, devouring your peace. When you remain steady in quiet seasons, your life speaks volumes without you saying a word. Others notice calmness around you, growth within, unshakable peace. They may not understand fully but sense it deeply. That alone is enough. You do not need to reveal your bank balance or explain your possessions. The brilliance of God must shine through you. It cannot be imitated and cannot be hidden. It radiates even when your lips are closed. Look beyond the surface. This is not just about money. It is about faith, trust in God, and the sacred duty to manage what heaven gives you. Prosperity is not just wealth. It reveals your heart, exposes motives, and tests loyalty. Many pray for abundance, but few are ready for the weight it brings. That is why wisdom whispers when increase comes. Speak to no one. Silence is not weakness. Silence protects. Money amplifies character. If your heart is kind, it magnifies generosity. If greedy, it magnifies selfishness. True friends multiply joy, deceitful ones multiply betrayal. Wealth does not change character, it exposes it. God often waits before releasing financial growth. He waits until your heart is grounded, your faith firm, your identity secure. Wealth too soon can destroy. Wealth in season builds a legacy. Not everyone rejoices when you rise. Some feel comfortable with your struggle. Your pain validates them. But when God elevates you, you see hearts clearly. Some hug you in hardship to appear compassionate. When you succeed, you see the truth of hearts. When God begins to elevate you, you will notice that the world around you starts to shift. People who once seemed close may grow distant. Friends who once supported you may become silent. That is not always because they no longer care. Sometimes it is because your elevation exposes truths they were not ready to face. It shows them their own weaknesses, their own envy, and their own selfishness. And for some, that truth is too heavy to bear. It is not a reflection of your worth, but a reflection of the change that comes with the blessing. Your rise can be a mirror. It reflects both the heart of God in you and the hearts of those around you. You will discover who is genuinely happy for you and who is secretly resentful. You will realize that not all smiles are sincere and not all congratulations are true. The blessing of God is a test, a filter that separates genuine loyalty from hidden ambition. The people who remain are those who were meant to journey with you, those who can endure alongside your progress without envy or manipulation. Guard these relationships fiercely. They are rare. They are precious. They are gifts as much as the blessings themselves. Remember, wealth and success are not mere rewards. They are responsibilities. They are trust placed into your hands. They are assignments meant to extend beyond yourself. What you receive is never just for your comfort or indulgence. God entrusts you with abundance to see how you will use it to bless others. It is a sacred call to build, to restore, to uplift. When you act wisely, your wealth becomes a tool for God's purposes. It becomes a source of healing, provision, and hope. But when you act carelessly, it becomes a liability. It draws predators, incites envy, and creates chaos. Understand that every blessing comes with a spiritual weight. It demands wisdom, patience, and discernment. It tests your character, your faith, and your loyalty. And because of this, God rarely releases His treasures all at once. He allows them to grow quietly, to mature in a season of secrecy. He allows the blessing to take root in silence, in prayer, in humility, and in faithful stewardship. That is why the first test of abundance is often silence. How you respond to prosperity in secrecy determines how well you will handle it when it is public. There is power in restraint. There is strength in patience. There is protection in secrecy. To reveal too soon is to invite attack. To speak too early is to hand over your blessing to forces that seek to destroy it. You must learn the discipline of waiting. You must cultivate a spirit of discretion. Not every ear should hear your news. Not every eye should witness your progress. Only those who understand the weight of divine favor, only those who honor the sanctity of your season, should be allowed close. The truth is, many blessings perish not because of external forces, but because of internal mismanagement. Too many reveal too soon. They announce their gains before understanding the responsibility. They boast without humility. They celebrate without discretion. They share without guidance, and in doing so, they hand over their harvest to those who will take it, misuse it, or corrupt it. God's blessing requires partnership with wisdom. Without wisdom, even the greatest favor can be turned into a source of trouble. Your blessing will test your judgment. It will show you who is trustworthy and who is not. It will teach you to measure carefully before sharing, to observe before trusting, and to act before speaking. It will guide you to build a circle of influence that aligns with divine purpose. Your stewardship, your ability to manage and protect what is entrusted, becomes a reflection of your faith. It becomes the evidence of your readiness for greater responsibility. Those who fail in secrecy often fail in abundance. Those who cannot remain patient often lose what they are given. Silence is not passive. Silence is active protection. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strength under control. It is the discipline of the wise. It is the guard for what is sacred. It is the unseen armor that shields your blessings from harm. When you learn to hold your peace, you gain a power that words cannot create. Your silence confuses the enemy. It protects the innocent. It preserves your energy. It allows God to work without interference. Even in the midst of abundance, humility must remain. Never let wealth define your identity. Never let success dictate your worth. God blesses to expand purpose, not pride. Your value is not in the possessions you hold, but in how you handle them. Keep your heart soft and your hands open. Serve faithfully. Give generously. Walk humbly. This is the measure of true prosperity. This is the proof that you can carry the weight of God's favor without corruption. The world will always try to lure you into pride. It will tempt you to flaunt your success, to seek applause, and to boast before those who cannot rejoice with you. It will challenge your restraint and test your humility. But remember this: the greater the blessing, the greater the scrutiny. The higher you rise, the sharper the envy. The more you shine, the more danger surrounds you. Those who cannot bear to see you prosper will devise ways to bring you down. And they will often do it quietly, subtly, and with deceit. This is why discretion is more than wise, it is necessary. Do not reveal your plans too soon. Do not display your successes carelessly. Do not invite observation before the proper time. Every word spoken is a seed. Some seeds bring growth, others bring destruction. Choose carefully what you plant in the hearts of others. Speak only with wisdom. Act only with discernment. Protect what God has entrusted to you. The enemy will not fight emptiness. He will attack value. Your prosperity, your favor, your blessings, and your purpose are valuable. Guard them with the same intensity that you would guard your own life. When your breakthrough arrives, keep your joy private. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Let your lifestyle testify of God's provision. Let your peace reflect His blessing. Do not announce every increase. Do not parade every gain. Let the fullness of God's hand reveal itself at the appointed time. The ones who have watched you struggle will notice without being told. The ones who once mocked will see without being informed, and your testimony will be authentic, untainted by the need for recognition. The principle of divine secrecy extends beyond finances. It applies to promotion, relationships, projects, and callings. God's timing is deliberate. His wisdom is perfect. He never releases more than you can carry. He never exposes what cannot be protected. Your readiness, your discipline, your humility, and your discernment are measured before every blessing is unveiled. If you honor the principle of quiet growth, your increase will endure. If you disregard it, your blessings may be fleeting. God does not call you to public approval. He calls you to faithfulness. He does not elevate for applause. He elevates for purpose. Wealth, influence, and position are tools for service, not symbols for pride. Every blessing carries accountability. Every increase carries responsibility. Every advancement carries risk. And every blessing can either strengthen or destroy, depending on your wisdom and restraint. Observe nature and learn from it. The sun rises without announcement. The rivers flow silently. Trees grow without proclamation. The earth rotates faithfully, yet without declaration. God's works follow this principle. His greatest creations unfold quietly in due season. Your blessing will follow the same pattern if you honor secrecy, patience, and stewardship. Grow in private, rise in faith, and act with discretion. The world will witness the results, and God will receive the glory. Keep your relationships sacred. Keep your blessings protected. Keep your heart humble. Keep your motives pure. The blessing of God is never meant to feed pride. It is never meant to entertain the ego. It is meant to fulfill purpose, extend provision, and advance the kingdom. When you hold to these truths, your wealth becomes unshakable. Your peace becomes unmovable. Your influence becomes sustainable. Your legacy becomes eternal. Even as prosperity grows, remember the power of accountability. Seek counsel from the wise. Surround yourself with those who honor God and understand the weight of blessings. Avoid those who celebrate struggle but resent success. Avoid those who smile with envy behind their eyes. Your circle will determine how well your blessings are preserved. Trust God, but exercise discretion. Guard what is sacred. Protect what is holy. And remember, silence is your first line of defense. The gift of God is never just for you. It is a mandate. It is a trust. It is an instrument for service. Every blessing released into your hands carries instructions, some spoken, many unspoken. How you carry it will determine how long it lasts. How you guard it will determine whether it multiplies. How you steward it will determine whether it leaves a legacy. Those who fail in these areas often find that blessings vanish, relationships crumble, and opportunities are lost. But those who act with patience, humility, and discretion see blessings endure, multiply, and expand beyond imagination. Your words carry power. Your silence carries even greater power. Speak only when necessary. Reveal only what God directs. Let the evidence of your blessing come through life, not words. Let your transformation speak. Let your integrity testify. Let your consistency demonstrate. Let your peace, discipline, and humility declare the reality of God's provision. Do not announce what is protected. Do not advertise what is sacred. Let your life be a living testimony of quiet strength, of faithful stewardship, and of divine favor. The enemy watches. The world watches. But God also watches, and He rewards faithfulness. He honors discretion. He strengthens the silent steward. He multiplies the one who holds fast to integrity. He protects the one who guards what is sacred. He blesses the one who acts with wisdom. And when the appointed time comes, God Himself will unveil your blessings in ways far greater than any announcement you could make. Your testimony will be undeniable. Your success will be evident. Your peace will proclaim it. And your life will become a beacon of hope, faith, and divine wisdom.